Okay, so I'll start now. I
Cool.
created a couple of slides to make the demonstration a little more straightforward and more dynamic. So today I will showcase you a real-time application that is the free planning poker game. So we are Qwikens, me and Julio Merisio. We are working on Qwikens, and we our mission is to improve the user experience in the web. So we want to be the true loading screens killers. And we want to make things real time and building public, so everything we do is open source, and we want to keep things simple and ultra fast. So yes, I as I spoiled, Julio is working with me in this project, and we are both full stack software engineers. And why we chose a planning poker? Like, if you're familiar with the Scrum method, you will probably know what a planning poker is. It's basically a game to estimate things. You can estimate stories, estimate tasks, estimate bugs, estimate anything.
Mhm.
So how the game works, how to play a planning poker. You basically group your issues and select a issue to vote. And then you read out and discuss the issue description. So everyone in the room select a card. These cards have amount of points. And then when everyone have selected a card, we review the results for everyone at the same time. And then maybe you will face some discrepancies. Like, let's imagine that I look for an issue and I think, that's not complex, and I vote for like 2 points. And Mark look to the same issue and say, this is a little bit complex, and vote with 8 points. When we review, we will notice that our expectations are not aligned, and then we discuss and try to understand why we don't agree. And we have two options: revote the issue or just accept the average of points as the result. And that's it. The motivation is because it's a great real-time showcase, because everything needs to be in real time to the game be successfully played. And the company I work for needs it. We need to estimate things. We are using Scrum, and the good available tools are all paid, or the free ones don't have a good experience. So we decided to solve this problem, creating this project. And I will make a quick overview of our stack here, really, really quick, just to comment. We are using Hocuspocus, the Hanspagel's Hocuspocus. It's brilliant. It's a Node.js library that makes pretty straightforward to combine UI.js and a WebSocket server. And UI.js is magic as well, because it makes CRGT simple. And CRGTs are conflict-free replicated data types that are basically kind of data structures that you can update and merge documents in real time without conflicts. It's amazing. It's the core of the application, the sync engine. And in the client side, we're using Valtio, and it's magic as well. It makes the proxy states pretty easy to use. And Valtio is important because it adds reactivity to the UI.js documents. So it manages the global states of the application and adds reactivity to the application as well. And last but not least important, we are using Fly.io for our infrastructure, and its edge computing solutions. It's really aligned with our goals, and it provides low latency service, persistent volumes. It uses container that makes the deployment and the continuous delivery pretty easy. And the best part is that you pay as you go, so our infrastructure are almost costless for this project. And that's it. Those are the slides. Thanks for your attention. Thanks for the time. Thanks for the opportunity, the Scalar team. And let's play the game. Let's
Yeah, let's
go to
play
the
around.
demo. Yeah, I was planning to estimate some issues from Scalar, and I believe that
Nice.
will be fun. And so when you open the application, you can only start a new game. We have an MVP mindset, so you only have one action. So let's go for Scalar demo. I am Aloysio, it gets from local storage, and we use Fibonacci as the for the values to the vote values. Okay. My computer is not that fast because I'm streaming the screen, but that's the room. I can invite players here, so it copies the room link from to the clipboard, and I will send you in the Discord. One moment. Oh, here. So that you can connect. Okay, Julio entered. Marc, very nice. So I will wait you to enter, and I will. Yes, very nice. Let's go. We can create issues here. We can vote, and if you look for the tooltip here in the bottom left, we have a little about the Qwikens and the shortcuts guide. So we know that developers are familiar with shortcuts, and we can do everything in the application with shortcuts. It's a good experience. So, okay, the first thing we have to do is to create some issues. So let's create some Scalar issues here to play the game. I will take the first issue here, opened 1 hour ago, make the URL editable for friendly UX. So when you want to, you can just press the letter C and it will focus the input, and then we can just write the issue title and create it. I believe that it's creating for everyone in real time. And let's select this issue to vote. Oh, let me review the cards for change the issue. Okay. I select the issue here, make the URL editable for friendly UX. So yes, you also can change the current issue with shortcuts. We use Vim shortcuts. You can press J, K, and the arrow down, arrow up. So let's make the URL editable for friendly UX. I will select a value here. I don't know the complexity, as I don't have much context. I will select a great number. So okay, everyone voted. I will review the cards pressing the shortcut R. Review. Nice. We we are 0% agreeing in the voting, like 2 votes for 8. And it would be hard to discuss and understand the discrepancies here in the real scenario. However, if we want to revote the issue, you can just click again the top of the issue here and select another value. And just review. So, okay, we agreed more with 8 and 1. So this is basically the application. We can place the end to go to the next issue. We can configure the room and toggle team. It's really basic. We created an MVP in 2 weeks just to showcase the real time engine. But I'm stoked with the results. I really like it, the experience here, and I will start to use it in my current work. So let's review again. It's working well there. Latency, is it in real time? Are you synced?
It works fine. Great
It
demo.
works great.
Yeah.
This is awesome. So what I'd love to hear, this is awesome. I love this. I have a few questions. One, I'd love to see some code. Is the repo open source right now? Would love to see some code. And then also, what were like the what was like the hardest part for during this, and what was one part that you were expecting it to be hard, but it turned out to be easy? or like was everything kind of like straightforward and you were like everything was flow state? I guess I'm just like curious on the building part of it. Like what was y'all's experience?
Nice, very nice. The repo's open. Yeah, I will send the link to you in the Discord server, and it's a mono repo. We are using PNPM. Uh, the structure is similar to the Scalar's repository. However, we're dividing it a little different. Like I always use apps for applications package and package for internal toolkits, but we don't have any package here because the application is pretty simple. We do not created many things. We kept it simple, but I have to say that it was smoothie. We had some troubles, but because we did not have much knowledge in the Hocuspocus APIs. So, but when we are getting more familiar, it will becoming more natural to create the application. Like the backend just have 70 lines, and it's pretty simple. We use the SQLite extension, and we deployed the volume in Fly.io. And a tricky part was this part of disconnecting. We struggled a little to understand how can we update the documents in the backend, and how can we, like, when the user refreshes the page, the once connect hook is triggered. So how can we make the experience smoothy and do not layout shift and do not forget the state when the user refresh the pages. And however we solve the problem in a kind of easy way. We can just save things in the local storage in the client and use the hooks here in the backend. But we have some challenge that we didn't solve. Like we have the issues here, and we are saving the state of the application SQLite in the Fly.io. But imagine that a big company will use the application. We do not have much privacy, and working with authorization, authentication, and these permissions with Hocuspocus is not, it's not really straightforward. We're struggling a little bit to deal with these granular permissions with Hocuspocus, because everything's so magic, and we do not know exactly what is happening in the background. So, but I have some ideas on how to solve it. Like, how can we encrypt all the data that is saved in the SQLite, and work with this encrypted data in a way that our backend doesn't know the data, and our database doesn't know what the data means, and just the client has a key, and we just operate in encrypted data. I don't know in English the name. In Portuguese is criptografia homomórfica. I believe that is homomorph cryptography. I don't remember exactly the name. How to work with encrypted data and do not see it in any part of the application. I believe this is the hardest challenge for this application. How to add a privacy and authorization, authentication, and keep the real time. I don't know if I express my thoughts well.
No, that's
Good.
super clear.
Yeah.
That's yeah, no, authorization, like authentication and or just auth in general for Hocus Pocus is definitely a little bit tricky. We have some
Yeah.
stuff that we could help with too. I think I have some like code examples from like past projects I can share as well. But I mean, what you described with the just having everything encrypted and then client with the client key, I think that's great. To be honest, that's probably like the simplest way, potentially. But no, that's cool. It looks great. It's super fun to play with. I like it. I'll
Yeah.
we'll tweet it out. Yeah, this was a great demo.